So I am ready to give you a sneak peek into this one. So I am Silka. Hello, Heart for Art. I teach people step by step how to paint. I do that online and in my studio. So welcome to this week's episode of Hearty Tips with Silka. And again, I'm so sorry I'm a bit late today, but yes, better late than never. So what I want to do today is I am going to share a quick painting tutorial with you, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek, yay, sneaky peeks, into my Kiwi Starry Night painting, which I will be teaching online next Saturday, the 20th of March. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to paint this toetoe silhouette. All right, the toetoe plant, beautiful, bit of green in there. And what I want to do really is show you how easy and fun painting actually is. All right. So if you're on here, say hello. Tell me where you're from. Where are you? You know, you're New Zealand, Australia. Where are you from? Say hi. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch my camera angle so you can see what I'm working on. Hang on. Let me just pivot slightly. There we go. All right. Oh, there we go. My see, tech issues. Can't even aim the camera right. Now, I've been having some issues with Facebook comments not showing up. So I'm hoping that if you comment, I can actually see your comments. So somebody say hi. Let me know that comments are actually working. Okay, so today I am going to paint with, got some paint ready, and I've got a number 4 brush. It's a synthetic number 4 brush. You can use similar brushes or anything, you know, around about the same size, depending on what size you're working with. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly, before I start painting, is I'm just going to demonstrate. Oh, hello. Hi, Terry from Nevada. Hey, on the other side of the world. Hopefully my Kiwi accent isn't too weird for you to understand. Hello. Thank you for joining me, Terry. Nice to see you. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to demonstrate a little bit on the pressure of a brush. All right. Now, because we want to paint these nice thin toy fronds, I suppose they're fronds. We want to be able to use the pressure of the brush to determine what size the thickness of those is. Okay, so whenever I paint, I'm glad you can understand my accent, Terry. Thanks. So whenever I paint, if it's a warm day, the paint will dry a bit thicker. If it's cooler, the paint won't dry as quickly. But generally what I will do is I'll dip my brush in water and I will just mix that into my paint, and that will thin it a little bit and allow the paint to just be a little bit more fluid, and it will actually make it a lot easier to paint with. So when you're painting, it's the pressure of the brush that determines how thick or thin the line is. So here's my practice canvas. I have a lot of these in the studio for people to practice on. But essentially, when you're painting, if you're just using a very light touch and you just use the very tip of your brush, you're going to get a nice thin line, okay? If you push a bit harder, you're going to get a thicker line. And if you push harder still, you're going to get a really thick line, all right? So when we're painting our toy fronds, we just want to use a nice thin line and just a little bit of pressure, all right? And when you're thinning your paint, if you dip your brush in water and just thin it a little bit, you won't get big blobs on the end of your brush. If you do, just sort of twirl and pull your brush, and that will take most of the paint off. But you really want your paint to be nice and fluid, so that you can do your toy fronds nice and thick. So today I'm just going to show you how to paint the toy bush from my Starry Night painting. So we're going to start by just doing the toys themselves. All right, so we just want to have a nice light touch. I'm just going to put one here. Nice light touch. Easy, right? Hello, Tanya, fellow Kiwi. Nice to have you online here as well. Good to see you. So we've got one here, and then when we've got that in, we're just going to do lots of little fluffs. We're going to just add little fluffs in, and just like that, we have one toy stem. All right, easy as, right? So we're going to do a few more, and again, we're just going to hold our paintbrush parallel to the palette and just twirl and pull so we don't have too much paint on the brush. And we'll do another one. I'm just going to pop that in, and it's a nice light gentle touch. Alright, and then some little fluffs off the end, and just like that we have another one. And then I'm going to put one on the other side up here. Oh, okay, that was too light a touch, didn't even touch the canvas. Say hi if you've just joined us, let me know where you're painting from or watching from even. So we've just got another one going up here. Now a strange thing is, whenever you're painting something, if you paint even numbers, somehow it just looks weird. So you can see I've used a bit more pressure there. So 4 is just odd. And you know, Tanya, you say easy for you. It is easy, all right? All I'm doing is I'm doing one stroke, just a nice little gentle touch. See, one stroke, easy, right? And then I'm doing lots of little strokes off the end, just light little touches. And there we go, we've created our toy. So simple. Now you can do as many as you want. I'm going to do a few more today. Another light touch. Very light touch, and the thing is, the more you practice, the better you'll get. Tanya, I'm in Wellington. Where are you? I'm enjoying a nice calm evening in Wellington, in New Zealand. There we go, another one, and again I've got even numbers, so I'm just going to put one more in down here. Okay, you can do as many as you like, and the beauty is that the more you practice, the better you get. You know, the more comfortable you'll get with your brushes, the more relaxed you'll be, the more you'll realise it's just not hard. Okay, so we've got our toy fronds on. Now, Terry in Nevada, or anyone else who's not from New Zealand, toys are a New Zealand species. So you may not have seen them before, but these grow in New Zealand. So we grew up with them as kids. You know, you'd put them on the back of your bike, you'd break one of these off and just put them on the back of your bike, or walk up the street. You know, just up the bush with one of them as a you know, kind of like a flag. I'm getting quite carried away here today, putting lots of them in. It's literally just the one line. We're not worried too much about the bottom yet. One line with lots of little fluffs on the end of it. All right. We're going to put our leaves in here, so we're not too worried about that at the moment. Oh, Foxton, nice. You've got lovely beaches up there in Foxton, Tanya. Hopefully they're awesome still at this time of year. And yes, just up the road from where I am. I pass through there quite a lot coming north. Okay, so now we're going to paint the leaves, and again it's just going to be a simple stroke. All right, it may seem difficult, but it's actually not. All we're going to do is a stroke like that. Okay, we've got one piece of grass. Look at that, I just did one stroke. We have one piece of grass. Okay, now think about the shape of the grass. I say grass, I mean the toy bush itself. They're kind of like big leaves, almost like flax leaves. So we're just going to keep doing that, and we're going to keep that tip of the brush to form the shape of those leaves. All right, there's another one right there. Now this painting, my Kiwi Starry Night painting, here's one I printed. It's easier to hold up than the whole painting. I went to the Van Gogh Alive experience. So I'm just going to keep doing lots of leaves and overlapping them. I went to the Van Gogh Live experience, and I was just so inspired by the beauty of Van Gogh's paintings that I created my Van Gogh, my Kiwi Starry Night painting. If you happen to have the experience, the Van Gogh Live experience, come into your town or city, do go, because it's awesome. Now I'm just totally overlapping lots of these, just keeping on dipping in my paint, just overlapping, putting lots of, just going to mix a bit more water in there to thin it a little bit, mixing and just putting loads and loads of strokes, overlapping them, continually overlapping them. Now Kiwi Starry Night, I will be teaching this one, the whole painting, this one here, there it is there. I will be teaching that whole painting this coming weekend. I'll be doing it online, so it's like this essentially, but then a whole painting. This coming Saturday, what is Saturday? The 20th of March. So all you need is a computer and an internet connection, and you will be able to join in. I will give you a full supply list, and you'll get a video of me showing you step by step how to do your whole painting, and you will have just the most amazing time, and you'll end up with a beautiful Starry Night painting of your own and a big smile, a big happy smile in your heart. Yay! So yes, I will give you a full supply list, and you'll get me showing you step by step how to paint your Kiwi Starry Night. And if you can't make it live, that's totally cool. You will get lifetime access to the recording, so absolutely fine. Of course, if you're in Wellington or even just up the road in Foxton, Tadia, and you want to come and paint it with me in the studio, I will be painting this one again in person in May. There's an event online, and if you come to the studio, I will give you step-by-step guidance and also provide all of your materials, your canvas, your brushes, your paints, afternoon tea, everything. So yes, I will show you how to paint the entire painting. But for today, we're just doing a little sneak peek into the toetoe bush silhouette. Okay, so you've got your silhouette now. We want to add a little touch of green, all right? It's looking a bit flat. Well, it's a silhouette, so it's not too bad. But we want to essentially just beef that up a little. I'm just going to make these a little bit thicker here, just because there's not that much happening in the middle there. Okay, so I don't go from like totally thin to thick. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to dip my brush in green. All right, I've just got a nice deep green here, and while this black paint is still wet, we want to just blend that a little bit together. Okay, we want to make sure the green is still visible, and we're literally just going to do a few over the top. All right, so where my black silhouette is, I'm just going to literally over the top of that. While the black is still wet, I'm just going to add some strokes in. Now the brush will pick up some of your black paint. I don't know if you can see that very well. There you go. I'll hold it a bit closer. You can see that the brush is picking up a little bit of black as well, and that's fine. We're just going to let the black and the green blend together, all right? But you don't want to go over your green too much, all right? We want to just allow them to blend a little bit, because remember, this is a silhouette. It's not a proper, oh, I can't talk and paint at the same time. It's a silhouette, so it's not a proper, you know, like a full-on brightly lit toetoe bush. And you know, if you happen to have a little bit too much, you can put a few black streaks back in, and the beauty is that those colours will blend together on the brush and on the canvas, and just like that, it's a bit reflecty, sorry, just like that. Where's the best angle? There you go. Just like that, you've got your beautiful leaves. Just some simple strokes with black and some simple strokes with green, and you have yourself a toetoe bush. Simple as that. Now, that is my simple little tutorial today. Now you can have a bit of fun with it, you know. If you decide it's too bushy or you want to put a few more out the side, you could just keep going, you know. And you can do some other trees, but just make sure that your paint is a little bit thinned. If you've got it not thin enough, you're going to get some dry edges. So you can see there, I'll hold it a bit closer, you can see there I've got some dry edges where you're ending up with fluff, sort of dissipating strokes on the edge, on the ends there. So the more fluid you have it, you don't want to go too fluid, but just put a bit more paint in your water on your paint rather, and you can just keep going. I can take a few more out. You could just keep going for ages. And then you add some green. Try some other bushes, try some grass, try some trees, you know, just keep sort of having a play. The more you practice, the better you'll get at it. So yeah, there you have it. A nice, simple little demonstration to show you how to paint your toetoe bush. And now you'll notice that whatever last stroke you do is the one that sort of looks like it's on the front. So all I've done really is layered a few black strokes and a few little dips in green and added those on, and some really light touches for my toetoe bush as well. If you want to, you can put some, you know, little green strokes on there as well. Entirely up to you. Have a play, have a practice. That's the beauty of it. You can't really do anything wrong, you know. So yes, that was it. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick, simple demonstration. Let me just pivot back so you can see me again. I hope you enjoyed that. Very simple hearty tips with Silka this week. If you liked it, share it, like it, tell others about it. Awesome. And I would love to see what you've painted. If you're having a go, pop a photo in the comments below. PM it to me if you're a bit shy. I'd love to see it. So next week, I was thinking I might, if you've been following my Facebook page, I did a few sketches last week and I created a new poppy painting. And I also had a sketch of just some simple 3 poppies on a page. So I may just do a quick poppy painting next week, a little bit more detailed than what I've done today. But yes, look out for next week's episode of Hearty Tips with Silka. And if you would like to create the full painting of what I've just shown you today, so I've just shown you one simple piece, all right? I've just shown you how easy it is just to do that bit. All the rest is just as easy. It's a couple of simple steps, and I show you exactly how to do that. So if you'd like to do the whole painting with me, you can come and join me online. This is a Kiwi Starry Night, Terry in Nevada. This is our Southern Cross. We have a set of stars in our sky, which we can see from here, but you can't up there because it's the Southern Cross. You've probably got your own set of stars up there. But I've got lots of little Kiwi touches in here. If you want to do that, next Saturday, 20th of March, I'll be doing that online as a virtual paint party. So you'll get a full supply list from me, a full colour list, and a video of me similar to this showing you step by step how to paint the whole thing. And if you're in Wellington or near Wellington, I will be teaching it in the studio in May. And for that one, I'll provide everything and afternoon tea. I'll provide all your brushes, your canvas, your paints, afternoon tea, everything you need to paint your picture. So yeah, if you want to come and join me, pop over here. Oh gosh, I've got green paint on my finger. Okay, that's not nail polish, that's green paint. So pop over to my website and you'll see in the menu there's the upcoming studio events and upcoming virtual events, and you can come and join me and I'll show you the whole painting. I'll show you the whole Starry Night painting. You see, here's a little one. The whole Starry Night painting. Yay. So I hope you enjoyed that and you painted some nice toy bushes. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, hope you had fun, and I will see you next week for another episode of Hearty Tips with Silka. I'm thinking I'm going to show you how to paint poppies next week. I'm feeling poppies coming on. All right, enjoy the rest of your week, and thank you so much for joining me.